Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the most beautiful European destinations that will make you cry.
Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the most stunning areas of Europe that are bound to impress. Let us know in the comments which you want to see with your own eyes. The Faroe Islands, Denmark. Though they're a territory of Denmark, the Faroe Islands can be found north of Scotland out in the Atlantic Ocean, between Britain and Iceland. This isolated corner of Scandinavia has a small population and it's absolutely stunning, brimming with verdant hills and sharp cliffs for any hobbyist hiker to enjoy. You'll be able to see the small, picturesque fishing villages that still provide most of the island's income, as well as many beautiful waterfalls dotted around the coast. While there, you'll probably be staying in the capital, Tórshavn, which is a great base to explore the natural beauty of the rest of the islands. Just make sure you wear plenty of layers, as it's pretty cold up there even in summer. Amalfi Coast, Italy. Heading to warmer climes, the Amalfi Coast is one of Italy's most beautiful destinations, and that's saying a lot. It stretches along Italy's south coast and is a bastion of that famous Mediterranean culture. The most popular spot is certainly Positano, a coastal village famous for its terraced streets and colourful buildings climbing the hillside itself. There are other places on the coast, however, and you're bound to find somewhere just as stunning, maybe with fewer tourists. While enjoying the sea and sun, you can also try Italy's world-renowned food, including fresh fish and even freshly made cheese. It's hard to find a better place to spend a long summer. Azores, Portugal. Far west of the Portuguese mainland, you'll find this volcanic archipelago, which has been a hot destination with tourists for years now. The great thing about the Azores is they're never too hot and never too cold year round, though you may have some rain to contend with. The island's most striking natural feature is the Sete Cidades crater, the caldera of a huge volcano now containing a lake. Taking a walk around the rim of the volcano is an unmatched experience, even on an overcast day, but all 9 islands offer beautiful, otherworldly scenery. The Azores also have the benefit of being relatively cheap, especially where food is concerned, where you can enjoy everything from pineapples to octopus. Verdon Gorge, France. Deep in southern France, you'll find Verdon Gorge, a huge naturally formed river canyon that cuts through the landscape in style. It's so impressive, it's even been nicknamed the European Grand Canyon, which gives you a sense of just how vast and incredible it is. Like other canyons, there are plenty of opportunities to go hiking and see the gorge from every possible angle. In particular, the Sontia Martel Trail stretches for miles and will show you the gorge from above. You can also experience the river itself, however, as it offers plenty of high-octane opportunities like rafting and kayaking. There are also many small villages around that you can visit when you're exhausted from so much walking. Meteora, Greece. When you think of Greece's natural beauty, its many famous islands might be the first destinations that spring to mind, which leaves Meteora a little underrated. Located in Thessaly in the centre of the Greek mainland, the region is characterised by its unique tall rock formations. But more impressive than the rocks themselves are the buildings carved into them, which are medieval monasteries built around 500 years ago. Meteora was chosen as a site for the monasteries because of its natural beauty and the isolation the tall rocks provided. Today you can visit the monasteries, 6 of which are still in use by Orthodox Greek monks, and see Meteora's divine landscape from on high. Reykjanesbruck, Germany. This bridge looks as if it belongs in Middle-earth rather than in Germany, such is its beauty. You'll find it in Saxony in the Kromlau Azalea and Rhododendron Park. It was commissioned by a knight back in the 19th century with the intention of creating the reflection of a perfect circle in the water below, something it certainly succeeded at. On a particularly sunny day when the water is still, you can marvel at the circular reflection. The rest of the park is beautiful as well and even has free entry. Just be aware that nobody is allowed to walk across the bridge as it's so delicate, but you can go right up to it and marvel at the columns and unique brickwork. Hallstatt, Austria. This small and unassuming village has found itself beset by tourists in recent years. It's a picture-perfect town right on the edge of Hallstatt Lake, set in the Salzkammergut mountain range in central Austria. On a daily basis, it gets about 10 times as many tourists as people who live there, all desperate to experience the mountainous vista the lake offers and enjoy an afternoon in one of the cozy bistros. There are many hiking trails, with one even leading to the famous Five Fingers viewing platform over the mountains, where you can get a true bird's eye view of the region. Beyond the scenery, you can also spend some time in the world's oldest salt mine or in the very macabre but popular Charnel House. Lapland, Finland. Deep in the Arctic Circle, Lapland is a winter wonderland throughout most of the year, but for the best experience, you'll want to go to Lapland in December to enjoy the Christmas festivities. Specifically, you can go to Santa Claus Village north of the region's biggest city, Rovaniemi. But you can also enjoy other things like reindeer and husky sledding. Of course though, Lapland's primary non-holiday winter attraction is the Northern Lights. It's one of the best places in the world to see this incredible natural light display, particularly during autumn and winter. If you do go in the summer though, the temperatures will be milder and you'll get to see the midnight sun, the time where the sun never sets. Lake Bled, Slovenia. Known for its distinct central island that hosts a medieval church, Lake Bled is another destination that you might commonly see featured on postcards. Visiting the church and the neighbouring villages is a peaceful exercise, but you can also head to nearby Bled Castle on a cliff top overlooking the lake for a more scenic view. Exploring the lake itself can be fun as well, as you can book a tour on a Pletner boat, which is a traditional boat you won't see anywhere else in the world, built specifically by the locals to traverse the large lake. Go on hiking tours around this beautiful part of Slovenia, where you can even enjoy some fresh Slovenian honey if you're so inclined. Las Salinas de Torrevieja, Spain. Those pink waters are not the result of clever photo editing, they're real, and you can find them in Valencia. It's a huge lagoon contained in a natural park, and it gets its famous pink colour because it's absolutely full of salt and a unique type of algae. And adding to the pinkness, it's also a migratory spot for flamingos, so depending on what time of year you visit, you might get to see these iconic birds in the wild as well. The waters themselves are accessible to tourists and you can swim and float on the salty water because it's so dense. It's also supposed to have many therapeutic properties, opening pores and cleansing. Venice, Italy. In Italy's affluent north, you'll find Venice, an iconic and visually stunning city built across dozens of islands in a deep lagoon. It's the lagoon that gives Venice its characteristic blue canals, and thus its many bridges, since walking or sailing is the only way to get from point A to point B. You'll struggle to even cycle through the city. Some of its most famous sites include St. Mark's Square and the Grand Canal, which you'll definitely want to sail down so you can see the distinctive architecture from the water. But be aware of the square's overpriced and often mediocre restaurants. And if you go in spring, you can experience the carnival and its beautiful masks and traditional dress. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Croatia. This huge national park welcomes millions of visitors each year from around the world, all craving to experience the 16 beautiful lakes contained within its borders. The lakes are at a range of altitudes and connect to each other via many streams and waterfalls. The park itself also has a few hotels and lots of camping spots, so you can spend days on end enjoying the scenery and the water sports, like kayaking. You can also go on a relaxing hike across a boardwalk on Gavanovac Lake, or indeed any of the other stunning bridges, to get close to the water. Entry isn't free, but the expense goes to taking care of this idyllic location.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.